What's going on, everybody? This is John Jake Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Coach Grossman Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course. We got another good game in store as we go on the road to play against the SMU Mustangs. They're a pretty decent team, 5-3 right now, with only a 1-3 conference record. We, of course, are undefeated, and so Lee Corso is going to be rocking with us. But SMU, at least on paper, they got a solid squad, man. B+ offense, a B defense to go with it as well. And it's going to be really interesting to see how things shake out, given, SMU, they were doing really good until 2 weeks ago. They are riding a 2-game losing streak right now, losing to UCF, as well as to the Temple Owls as well. We actually do play Temple later on this season, but that being said, should be a really good episode and something that I'm personally really excited for. If you're excited for it as well, I need you guys to go ahead and do me a favor. Smash that like button, hit subscribe as well. If you have to be brand new, let's see if we can go to 10-0 and help USF become one of having their best season right now in school history. Let's see if we can keep it up. Let's go, baby. Alright, boys, so we ended up winning the coin toss, and we do end up deferring to the second half. So we're going to be taking a look at this SMU offense first to begin the ball game, and starting off with a big run up the gut, we got Montoya Dotson for a gain of 7 to get things going here. As the second and short ensues, and it's another carry for Montoya Dawson. Gonna be a nice heavy dose of him early, as that is 2 plays and 2 carries for Montoya Dawson, getting him a nice first down. We'll see if this quarterback will also throw the football. Preston Stone, one of the best quarterbacks in the American Conference. We should be seeing him some to a degree as Preston Stone. He breaks 1 tackle, he's gonna break another, and almost gets to that first down markers. There's the stats for Preston Stone. He is one bad man. 2,800 yards and 24 touchdowns coming into this game. As Preston Stone will throw over to the left-hand side for the very first time. It's incomplete, though, as we do end up seeing a drop on the perimeter. So Preston Stone not getting a ton of help early, as Stone will end up just running for the first down marker and ends up getting there. Gets lit up like a Christmas tree, though. He will hang on to the football, though, and will manage to pick up the first down. This is the first set of downs for the Mustangs, as Montoya Dawson gets audibled out to the left. As Preston Stone, he's going to break 1 tackle, breaks another one, and is finally going to be brought down by Kevin Lott, but a 24-yard gain. That does put the Mustangs in the red zone. As Stone looks to the right, he finds Harden, and he almost gets it into the end zone. A 17-yard gain. In a goal line situation for the Mustangs. Stone in shotgun, hands it off to Montoya Dawson. And the SMU Mustangs are going to strike first against the 11th ranked team in the nation. Touchdown, SMU. And we will be down 7-0 here early, as they will kick things back off. Get it in the hands of Ben Archie. And you do not punt or kick to Ben Archie for a reason. It's a foot race down the sideline. Couldn't beat the last person, though. As here comes the USF offense, one of the most explosive in America. And starting off down the opposing 35-yard line, it's a tallest task for SMU, as we basically are starting this drive somewhat close to the edge of field goal range. A first down or 2 would do, make sure we get in the field goal range, but you already know what time it is, man. We want to get more than just a few points to start this game, as Brian Body is going to fight forward for a gain of 11. It's a first down for USF. As now, Terry McLean in the shotgun, looks left quickly, but it's going to be intercepted by Nwakobi. And how about that stand for the SMU defense to begin this game? Looking left quickly to Holden Willis, but Isaiah read the eyes of the quarterback And that is going to be the 10th interception of the year that Timmy McClain has thrown. And SMU, man, they got an early 7-0 lead. They get a huge stop on defense as well. Dare I say it, are we going to see a little bit of an upset alert? Preston Stone going to hand it off to Montoya. He breaks a tackle, and now it's a foot race upfield, as he will end up being brought down for a gain of 11. As now, 2nd and 11 coming up here. Preston dropping back, looking over to the left-hand side, but it's going to be intercepted back. It's A.J. Hamilton, one of the guys that could very well win the Jim Forpay Award, coming through in a big way. The defense will respond, as that is the 20th turnover forced by the USF defense all season long. You absolutely love to see it. As now Timmy McClain and company start this thing out in the red zone. Looking over to the right-hand side quickly, it's Usf Terry, but it's going to be short of the marker, so we're not going to settle for a field goal here. We are going to run for that first down. Scared Money does not make any money as we hand off to Brian Body, but he can't make the marker. And it's a turnover on downs. So 2 drives for USF that started in SMU territory, and there's no points that come out of either of those drives. That is a huge loss. And just like that, our defense back on the field once again, and we need them to stand up and make a huge play. Preston Stone dropping back, looks over the middle and finds Carlos Lehman for a gain of 6 yards. Is now 3rd down coming up for the Mustangs. They're in a 5-wide set. Wouldn't be shocked if they pass the football. They are. Preston Stone looking over the middle, but it's going to be dropped. And SMU has to punt the football away. And here comes the USF offense. It has been playing slowly so far on the offensive side of the ball. Let's see if we can get something going on this drive as we start off with a great route by Jimmy Horn Jr. Sets up his first catch of the day for 17 yards. As now, 2nd and 7 coming up. McClain dropping back quickly, was trying to set up that curl route, but Gary Hearn might have gotten a hand on that football, might have been batted down at the line of scrimmage. It sets up 3rd and 7 either way, as we need a play from Timmy McClain. And how about this? Staying composed in the pocket. Oh my. Timmy McClain had bodies all around him, lying at his feet, but still made an accurate throw. It keeps the drive going as we get into SMU territory for the 3rd time in this game here. Only in the first quarter too. Let's see if we can do something here with the football. As Timmy McClain facing the blitz, gonna find the gunner. Gunner Greenwald, the tight end, picking up 15. Wearing number 15 as well. As we're back in the red zone, but that has not breeded good results so far. As we find the gunner once again, as Gunner shakes off a couple of defenders and is in the end zone. Touchdown, USF. And how about that sheer effort by Gunner Greenwald, bouncing off not 1 tackle, not 2 tackles, but 3 tackles to fight himself into the end zone. And it will tie this thing up at 7 apiece. But let's see what SMU can do here as we get ready to go for some quality American Football Conference action. This was a team that was ranked in the top 25, so they are certainly no slouches, unlike the UConn Huskies. As we actually got a flag on the play. We'll see what it is real quick. And it's going to be an offsides. So Brandon Adams is going to get called for it, and that's an automatic first down because of it. We'll see if we can get him off the field quickly as Stone looks left, gets it out to Coffney, fights forward for a gain of 10, but they're going to mark him just shy of the marker, as that will wrap up the end of the first quarter. And we got a really exciting ball game on our hands, still all knotted up at 7 apiece after 1 quarter of play. So welcome back to the second quarter here as we get things underway. Starting off with a carry for Preston Stone, who can't reach the first down marker. And the defense starting us off in a big way here in that second quarter. As we do get the football back. Let's see if we can get this offense going once again. As that is a dot to Holden Willis. Oh my goodness, that is not as easy of a throw as it seems. Gotta throw that with a little bit of leads to make sure that Holden Willis can get his hands on the football. And he certainly did do just that. As we see Timmy McClain break one tackle. Gets away from a couple of other guys. He's a pretty shifty dude for a quarterback. So here we are back at it again with the white vans. And it's going to be yet another opportunity here in SMU territory. We've been doing great of moving the football in between the 20s, but have not done much of anything in the red zone aside from our last drive, of course. As McClain looks right, finds Brian Body, almost got away from that linebacker, but still good catch considering that was a check down opportunity. They had everything covered upfield. And it sets up a 2nd and 3, a reasonable 2nd down. Gonna throw quickly over to the gunner, who spins off the defender real quick and gets us basically in a goal line situation. I know it says 1st and 10, but like, do you see that first down marker? I certainly don't see that first down marker. So I'm basically treating this as an opportunity for us to be in the goal line, and we don't need more plays. As Jimmy Horn Jr. finds the end zone. Touchdown, USF. And Jimmy Horn Jr. is going to set the school record for most receiving touchdowns in a season. That was his 11th receiving touchdown. And it does give USF a 14-7 lead. But this SMU squad, like I say, man, they're not going to go down without a fight. Especially here at home. A very emotional game for SMU, as that's almost intercepted again. A.J. Hamilton almost was ready to take that across the field for a second INT. Instead, it's 3rd and 8. Preston Stone facing pressure, and it's going to be brought down, and it's a covered sack as Michael Jackson was able to get in there. Only rushed 3 defenders, by the way. You absolutely love to see that. So an early 14-7 lead here. We have an opportunity to go ahead and make this a commanding lead as well, if we choose to do just that. As Brian Body gets us into a 3rd and short, but gonna try to throw for the first down marker. As McClain looks right, he's gonna look over to Usf Terry. That will be a first down. Easy pitch and catch between Timmy McClain and Usf Terry. As it sets up another 1st and 10. Brian Body taking the carry and being shifty with it. Another gain of 7 there to go with it. So now 2nd and 3. Moving the ball downfield really well. McClain under shotgun. It's a 4-wide set. Nobody open, so going to check it down to Brian Body. And how about that? Having to come back, get the football, but still picking up the first down anyways. You absolutely love to see that kind of effort. As it sets up another 1st and 10, going with the read option. Brian Body up the gut and picks up a gain of 6. As it sets up another 3rd and short, going with a 4-wide set. Going to need to get this ball out quickly. Looking, McClain facing some pressure. Going to try to get rid of it. It has to throw it away. Just didn't want to do anything stupid there. And we will be forced to go ahead and punt this football away. So here we are, 3 minutes left here in the first half, and we still have a chance to potentially see SMU tie things up before we go into the halftime locker room. We'll see if the Mustangs can take advantage of it, as it's a 4-wide set for Preston Stone. Looking over the middle, though, and finds his receiver, Dylan Goffney. A gain of 7, and it's the 2nd first down for SMU. Mustangs get into the line quickly, trying to set up the halfback draw, but it gets blown up in the backfield. The entire defensive line doing a fantastic job of just collapsing that play. Setting up 3rd and 11. Preston over the right-hand side, but that's almost intercepted. Jalen Stokes had his hands on the football, but can't corral it in. And another punt for SMU brings back the Bulls offense. 1:30 left to play in the first half as we get a rare penalty. I was just talking to one of my friends about this, man. We rarely see defensive pass interference in this game, but we will get one here. It's on Gary Hearn as he was impeding Jimmy Horn Jr. an opportunity from getting to that football. As we throw an absolute dot over the middle. Oh my. Usf Terry holding that in despite the fact that he had double coverage on this man. It didn't even matter though. As now, another 1st and 10, looking over the middle, trying to get it to the gunner. And he just kind of forced it over to his trusty tight end. As Jack Smith was able to go ahead, undercut that football. And now here comes SMU again. 1:07 left to play in this first half. And they got a chance to potentially add some more points here. Make it a tie ball game potentially before we go into halftime. And they can certainly do some things as well. They have 3 timeouts left to work with. So a lot of time to work with when you got a no-huddle offense going. Stone looking to the right. He finds Daniels Jr. at the 40-yard line. And SMU will go ahead and use one of their timeouts. As now, a couple plays later, Preston Stone dropping back again. Going to throw this one towards the right-hand side, and it's another throw to Goffney. As Dylan Goffney picks up a gain of 19. But moving into a no-huddle quickly, Preston Stone looking over the middle, but it's going to be intercepted by Christopher Townsell. And a touchdown saving play means we will be going into the locker room. But don't look back, y'all. This is going to be a really interesting game. Only up by 7 going into the second half. So let's go ahead and get this second half now officially underway. And since we deferred to the second half, we actually get the ball to start this third quarter. So listen, right now we're up 14-7. This is an opportunity to really seize momentum here early in the second half, because we've been letting SMU hang around a little bit too long for our liking. And I think it's about time for us to go ahead and start dropping the hammer. Let's see if we can do just that. 2nd and 9 coming up. Got a 5-wide set. Setting some pressure, though. So we get it out early to Sincere Brown, who almost managed to get to that first down marker, but will be marked just a yard shy. So now a 3rd and 1 coming up. Going to try to pick up the first down on the ground. And look at Timmy McClain fighting for some more yards, baby. Let's go, man. Gain of 6. And another first down for the USF Bulls. As we hand it off again. Just trying to use that foundational player at the running back position. Brian Body. We might be running him a little bit till the wheels come off. As we get another carry for Brian Body. He gets his 15th carry of the game. And it goes for another gain of 6 there. And that will put the USF All-American at 100 yards on the ground so far. We still got plenty of football left to play as Timmy Horn Jr. taking on 3 defenders. But it doesn't matter. Still coming down with the catch anyways. As we're in the red zone again. Hanging it off to Brian Body, looking forward. It gets across the 5-yard line. First down, Bulls. And Brian Body still does not have a touchdown. Let's see if we can change that right now. Body up the middle. It is in the end zone. Touchdown, USF. And Brian Body gets his first touchdown of the game. And it's going to be a 21-7 lead for USF. And it puts the Bulls in a tough spot, down by 14. So Preston Stone, one of the best quarterbacks in the American Conference, needs to come through with a vintage moment right here to keep his team in the game. As Preston looks to the right, finds the halfback on the slip screen. That's Montoya Dawson. Only his 2nd catch of the day, his first positive catch. And it goes for a big first down as they go with the speed option here. But look who blows it up. Oh my. That's Brandon Adams that came in there and blew up that play real quick. Sure, that will make them think twice before trying to go ahead and running that speed option again anytime soon. As Preston down the right sideline and finds Daniel Jr. Oh my, what an absolute dot down the sideline. And Roderick Daniels Jr. comes up with a huge touchdown for the Mustangs, beating the zone coverage downfield. We were into cover 2, but the speed of SMU making us pay for it in a big way. And now SMU right back in this game. It's 21-14, and the pressure is back on the USF offense. So we got the answer to start this quarter, but SMU comes with a response of their own. Let's see what we can come up with on our next drive. As McLean looks to the right, finds Usf Terry, and it goes for a 23-yarder. As Tim McLean opened things up using the pump fake. As we're back in SMU territory again. McLean looking over the middle. We were looking for the gunner. And unfortunately, it was just a little bit off target there. So now, 2nd and 10 coming up. McLean looking to run it. Finding Brian Body upfield for a gain of 6. So Brian Body now over 120 yards on the ground. It's 3rd and 4. As Timmy dropping over to the right-hand side. Gonna get it out on the screen. He's got some space to work with and gonna be brought down at about the 15-yard line. Huge play by Brian Body. As another red zone opportunity for the Bulls. Sets up 2nd and 8. Now the backup tailback Ben Archie comes into the game for the very first time. Outside of special teams, of course. That sets up a nice gain as well. Sets us up with a 1st and goal opportunity. Looking over the middle, looking for Jimmy Horn Jr. But it's going to be dropped in the end zone. So now we're going to try again here, this time 2nd and goal. We'll see if we have better luck this time. And of course, the offensive line opens up a ton of space for us here, man. Brian Body with his 2nd touchdown of the day. We'll respond with a score of our own. We will end up taking a 28-14 lead. As now it puts the pressure right back on the Mustangs. As Preston Stone, he's going to hand it off to Montoya Dawson to start this drive. Brandon Adams will eventually be responsible for bringing him down, but not before a gain of 11. He's been starting to open things up in the second half. He was bottled down in the first couple of quarters, but this SMU running game starting to find a rhythm, and it's making this offense more two-dimensional. Is now set 3rd and 3 coming. We'll see if we can get him off the field. Big play here. Preston looking to his right. He's going to find Dawson, but he drops the football though. And Montoya Dawson makes sure that the SMU offense punts the football away. And a huge opportunity for Timmy McLean and company to go ahead and make this an insurmountable lead potentially, but we throw another interception. It's Isaiah, the safety, with a 2nd pick of the game. And that comes at a massive time. Just not a good decision by Timmy McLean. He's been a little bit erratic today. He's been making more mistakes than usual. Maybe we're starting to feel the pressure because we haven't played in too many close games this entire season so far. And that's going to lead to an SMU touchdown. So here we go. Just one more play left. One more quarter left. And it's still just a 7-point game. We go into the 4th quarter up by 7. We'll see who's mentally tougher here in this game. So the 4th quarter now is officially underway, and it's time to see what this team is made up of, man. We have been seeing a lot of blowouts here in our very first season as the USF head coach. Let's see what we got going on, man. Let's see what can make things shake here in this 4th quarter. Starting with a couple of runs here as Timmy McLean getting some nice holes to run through, man. Another 14-yard gain, but Timmy McLean ends up getting hurt. So I don't know how serious the injury is, But in the meantime, the senior quarterback, Contavious Marsh, is in the game as we try to throw one out to Jimmy Horn Jr. We had him open, but it was off target. Man, that would have been a touchdown if we threw an accurate ball. But instead, 2nd and 10, looking over the middle, and we find Sincere Brown, who sincerely gets us a massive play, a 35-yarder. And that will give Contavious Marsh going a little bit. As now, going into the running game once again, here comes Brian Body, who picks up a gain of 6 on the ground. Another big day for Brian Body, 144 yards in this one. We also need our quarterback to step up here as we throw on 3rd and short. Contavious Marsh looking over the middle, but he's going to throw another inaccurate ball. So that's going to cause us to settle for a field goal. You cannot make this up. So we're only up by 10 points, but as long as that defense takes care of business, we should be good to go. Big drive here nonetheless for SMU. You already know what time it is. They're going to go for it on 4th downs if we can get them in that kind of situation. But Preston Stone wants to make sure that does not happen. A 7-yard gain to the right-hand side. As now, 1st and 10. Preston dropping back, looking over the middle. Finds Colvin, but he drops the football and almost leads to an interception. Couldn't get it off the deflection, no. But a very fortunate this football still belongs to SMU. That could have been deflected the other way as he finds his receiver, Stevie Harden, for a gain of 14. As now, another 1st and 10 coming, this time in USF territory. Stone dropping back, looking over, and it's some pretty tight coverage actually. But somehow, Roderick Daniels Jr., who's been absolutely electric today, comes with a big catch as well. And it sets up 2nd and short. Preston dropping back again. No linebackers. Going to go short over to the tight end, who gets a couple of defenders off him before eventually being brought down. A gain of 6 that moves the Mustangs a little bit closer. Stone dropping back. It's a quarterback draw though. He's getting some blocks in. Picks up another 1st down and gain of 10. As Preston Stone's been making things shake with the running game. 72 yards on the ground. He's been doing really good for a quarterback as he almost had a touchdown there. It does get broken up at the last second, leaving it to 2nd and 10. Preston gonna go with another QB draw. It's got some blocks. Fighting for the 1st down before A.J. Hamilton does end up bringing him down. It's a gain of 8. And it's a 3rd and short coming. Gonna go ahead and just sell out on the run, but it's not a running play as that receiver should have caught that football. He was wide butt naked open. It hit him on the helmet. So a 4th down coming up. Here is Preston Stone looking to pick up the 1st down one-on-one, but it's a broken tackle, and SMU is going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. And this game is certainly not over yet. We are only up by a field goal. So a huge drive for this offense here. Going to try to get as much time off the clock as possible as we go ahead and see what our backup quarterback is made of. I want to keep it on the ground as much as we can. Want to keep him off balance though. We go with the 4-line set on 2nd and short. Should be an easy completion to work with as Holden Willis did have to reach back a little bit. A gain of 3 there, but it's still a 1st down and still gives us a chance to run some time off the clock. Let's see if we can go ahead and put the dagger in him. Marsh looking left, and he misses on the out route. You cannot be serious right now, so that means we got to go ahead and punt this football back. And suddenly the Mustangs opportunity to win this game as Stone looks over the middle and finds Dylan Goffney for a gain of 15. Here comes the Mustangs. Can they pull the comeback of the season? Stone dropping back, looking to the right. It's going to be Goffney, and he's able to get himself out of bounds. So the clock will stop for the time being. As it's 1st and 10. Preston dropping back, looks to the right, and it's another catch. This time by Stevie Harden. Another gain of 12 before going out of bounds. Saving those timeouts. They could become crucial later on. As Stone looks to the right, but somehow finds Stevie Harden. He breaks a tackle. It is going to be downed in the red zone. And certainly in a spot to tie things up. When you're an underdog like SMU, you already know what's about to happen. They want end zone or nothing. Trying to win the game right now. Let's look at that. Dylan Gaffney in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown Mustangs. And they take their first lead in the second half of 35-31 after the extra points. And all the pressure now on Contavious Marsh. Can the backup quarterback lead us from the brink? Marsh dropping back, looks over the right-hand side. He wanted Usf Terry, but an inaccurate ball again. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and 10 coming up. Contavious Marsh dropping back, scrambling to the right. He's going to try to run for the first down. He's going to cut forward, and he fumbles the ball. SMU is going to recover it. And unless there's a miracle, it looks like the Mustangs are going to pull the upset of the year. Going to beat the Southern Florida Bulls, as that is what this final score ends up being. We lose this game by a final score of 35-31. We had our opportunities to win this game, but unfortunately we could not take advantage. The injury to Timmy McClain did not help, but Contavious Marsh, he comes in as 83 overall. You got to play a lot better than that straight up and down. We needed more from him. And that's going to actually be the first loss that we experience over the course of this season. At least it should be, but it looks like my Xbox ends up freezing. So I'm going to have to restart this thing and then get back to you guys. Not a good look. So we ended up simulating the game off camera just because I didn't want to play the whole thing all over again. And the EA gods, they actually stepped up and we actually won the game against SMU. Now, I honestly feel pretty bad about it just because SMU beat us fair and square, like straight up and down, like they deserved the victory. That did not happen, but it's just what we're going to have to roll with, man. At the end of the day, you know, we can't control when our Xbox decides to, you know, do what it did. But that being said, we still have 2 games left in the season and we still have a lot to play for. Next episode, we'll be taking on the Temple Owls. Actually, they're 5-4 right now. Now, they're a solid team on paper, so it's going to be a really interesting one as well. We can be beaten if we're not careful, so we can't take that for granted ever again, because we're not always going to get that, I guess, lucky, I guess is the right word. So anyways, that's going to end today's video, but I hope you enjoyed the content, even though we kind of had a little bit of a sour ending per se. But that being said, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you go ahead, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button as well if you happen to be brand new. This is John J Gaming on the mic, signing off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.